Okay. Um, Chat. So I did not expect them to start to literally release it right now. What? Okay, we're starting. We're starting right now. Hello chat. We're starting.
What?
Okay. I was on call and now we're okay. Wow. Let me just send this into the announcements and we will be looking at the manual very shortly. Wow, okay. So, all right. At everyone. All right. Okay. Let's look at the manual. So, let's go down. We can just honestly skip a lot of this. None of this is that important. We can just go down to some of the rules. We can see. I'm guessing they kept all these the same. And let's look at the. Let me set. Make sure everything is working right. Are you guys all able to see properly and hear me properly? I'm so surprised they released this early. Like we were a little early. Okay. Do you think change up bot is better or hood bot is better? Maybe a mix. Let's see. I'm literally gonna guess all these are gonna be the same. These are probably all the same. Okay. Um. Okay. So, 12 by 12 fields, right? And then one versus one, right? Still minute 45. Still 15-second autos and uh Thomas bonus. Same thing. Everything is pretty much. I mean, they wouldn't change any of that. And yeah, I didn't know why it was so early. They released it like like 32 30 like 5 minutes early. Okay. Okay, no possession limits are. I think this is where the important stuff starts happening, right? Um, just left worlds. What's up? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? No possession limits. So any updates to this quantity should not be more than 3 to 5 blocks per update. So, but what does that mean? Like, oh, I went down way too far. But that's kind of confusing because does that mean like they won't reduce like they're gonna reduce the limit? But from starting from what though? I don't think they really clarified that much. But size of control zone for long goals. Okay, so we might change the size of the control zone. Okay, so that's the middle zone that fits four balls right now, or blocks. Goal defense, right? So okay, so they're allowed to change possession limit, size of the control zone, and go defense, right? In short, and here we have the timeline for the game, manual release times, and then uh, let's just go down straight to the match or straight to the game. Okay, so 88 blocks, 44 blues, and 44 reds, two preloads. So okay, so each alliance has one preload. That means right for the autonomous, just like this season, and then 12 match loads. So that's 24 in total. That's a lot of match loads. Uh, but still less than over under. So I don't think we'll see that much match loading play. Like I think there'll be some, but definitely not as much as over under. Where the whole game is revolved around match loading. So okay, all right, that's pretty clean. Okay, and then two park zones, two long goals, two center goals, and here's the here's the field from the top view, and then the layout of the blocks. We can just call them blocks because they call them blocks. It's not hard. And then okay, so Dominus bonus, right? All these, everything is very similar. I'm gonna just skim through all this because none of this is that good. It's not really that important. And then okay, let's look here. So the block, 98 millimeters and 40 grams. It's 40 grams. That's not that heavy. What else? What is around 40 grams? What is around 40 grams? Let's see. Four. Okay, it's a couple of nickels. A large egg. Not block balls. Just call them blocks. Long goal. Here's the long goal. Okay, so it can hold up to three. Okay, so that means that one team will for sure have control of it if it's fully filled because you can't fit more than if you can only fit three, then there's not going to be a tie. Okay, so here's 7 once again. There's can't be a tie there. And okay, all right, this guy's about to say something crazy in my chat. I'm about to just time him out. Oh, okay. Never mind. He said nice. Long goal, center goal. Okay, so the goals are 22.6 inches. That's pretty long. That's like a full extended robot in high stakes with a doinker down. It's pretty long. I wonder how tall are these? Is there a thing yet? Robot. Okay, I just went down way too far. Oh, I didn't go down that far. A robot may remove blocks from loaders during a match. Drive team members may add match load blocks to loaders during the match. Each loader can hold up to 6 blocks. I don't know. Would you want to keep those loaders fully loaded at all times? Since you have those 12 match loads, you might as well just throw them all in. Not sure. Maybe. Yeah, there is 30 minutes left until it releases. Well, guess we got it early, huh? Okay, so long goal holds up to 15 blocks. That's nice. And okay, and I just joined my co-hosting channel, and the center goal holds 7 blocks. Okay, match loading. Let me start streaming so then they can also see it too, just cause. Hey chat, almost 200 people watching now. Okay, so you can see the parked zone, a parked status. Let's look at the parked status. So this is a parked status. Okay, so you can have a double park. You can have someone on top of you, and that would still count as a park. However, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I think you just be like kind of in the zone a little bit. Both of these robots will be considered parked. This robot is at least partially within the vertical projection will be considered park. Okay, so does that mean as long as you're within this tile, this like area, you're parked, you're considered, I'm pretty sure it is 22 expansion both ways. Is it 22? Let me go back up. We need to just slowly go through this. Here's the scoring. Thomas bonus is 10 points. That's very weak compared to like this season. That's so weak. 10 points, because that's only three blocks, right? While this season's autonomous bonus is so many more, right? So I'm pretty sure that they realized how strong this the previous seasons where high stakes to auto was. Kind of wanted to tune that back down a little bit. Yeah, almost at 300 viewers now. That's crazy. Okay, each control zone in a long goal is worth 10 points. So you definitely want to secure those control zones. But I'm surprised they put such a big emphasis on the double park, right? Because this would really be hard for an alliance to pull off in quals. Let's say you don't have a good qual opponent. This could really hinder your performance for the rest of the for quals, because you're playing against 2 teams that are good. You really can't pull off a double park. And we're 30 points. That alone can swing the tie of the match. That's just so much. I'm lagging.
I mean,
Shoot.
do you think it's possible
Am I
that
lagging?
someone goes for a nothing but net type double park or something like that?
I think so. I totally think so. Wait, how badly am I lagging? Let me look at my stream. It's not lagging that hard on my end. Is it still lagging? Oh, hold up. Let me just pause this real quick. Hold up. Is it because oh, it's because I'm almost out of storage. Hold up, let me delete some videos. I have so much. Hold up, guys. We'll that's embarrassing. I'm literally almost out of storage. So let me. I have like 100 megabytes left on my drive. I'm just permanently deleting all this. It should be fine now. Okay, we're back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, 30 is that. So that's crazy. Okay, guys, let me know if I'm still lagging, because hopefully it's better now. Okay, my bitrate is so low right now. What's going on? Okay. Anyways, so back to this. One part alliance robot is 8 points. So that is such a huge swing because if you'd assume it's 16, right? But there's a huge bonus. There's a 14-point bonus for just this. You keep buffering. Is it still bad? You're playing against two teams. Am I back? Okay, lag. Oh man. I don't know how to. He's so behind. Okay. Hold up. It's back. It's just spinning. I think it's back. Let me do a holy. It's still lagging, or let's hope it's back. On my end, it's fine. It's better. It's better now. Whew. That was just scary. Okay. It's alright. Lost 130 viewers from that. Okay. Let's just keep going. So controlled center goal is 6 points. Upper is 8. And no, that kind of makes sense, right? The taller ones are gonna be worth more points, so people are gonna be fighting for the tall goals with more contention. So you can see that, but definitely parking is gonna be huge. And none of these is new. These are all pretty normal. A block is scored if it meets the following criteria. Block is in contact with the inside surfaces of a goal, and the block does not contact a robot. Is better? Okay, that's good. Robot of the same color as that block, and the block is not in contact with the floor. So it has to be contacting the goal and not contacting the floor. So with these bottom ones, I mean, it's only really gonna be a problem with the bottom goal where it's touching the floor, but the top ones, as long as it's like on the goal and it's touching it, then it should be fine. It's still laggy.
Yo,
Yeah.
take a look in co-host Casting Couch.
I might just need to stop streaming on my end or on Discord because I'm streaming on Discord too. I might have to leave. Okay, I stopped streaming on Discord and I think that would be good. Okay. Oh, I just got sent in a pretty nuts video. Let me show this to you guys. So here is here's someone pushing all the balls out at once by just hitting it with the back of their robot. Bam. And all of them comes out. So I thought maybe that these would be like better at holding them in, but clearly not. You just hit it and all 6 of them, I think, or 7 of them, all 6 of them just come flying out, right? So you can see that there's going to be some strategy to that. I think it's good now. Yeah. It's literally just because I was streaming on Discord. That sucks. It's because I was streaming to the co-host too, because I was in the co-hosting chat, and that, I guess my computer didn't feel like doing a streaming on YouTube and streaming in Discord. So anyways, back here though, the green block on the right is fully within the tape boundaries and should be considered scored. And okay, what about the red one though? Let's see. In most cases, you can't see a bit of the block on the inside tape line. The block on that side of the control zone is probably isn't entirely contained within the control zone. Does it have to be entirely contained? I guess it has to be entirely contained within the control zone for it to count. And I'm very behind in chat. Okay, whatever. Okay. Robotics is considered. Okay, basically, we're not exactly sure yet what's going to make this the easiest for head referees. We'll fine tune the guidance in August. Okay, so they aren't sure yet, but it has to be entirely contained for it to be rescored, right? So then it's not like this season where it's like as long as it's crossing the plane, it counts. It has to be fully in. What people will do for double park? How limits double park? I don't know. Wait, low key might just had to grab her mech and just grab onto the robot and just like kind of do that. Something like that. Also, apparently they made custom license plates illegal. It is 6:36 in Dallas right now. Hello. All right. And so these are both parked. Robot is not contacting the floor outside of its alliance zone. Okay, it's not contacting any field element other than the inside fence of the field perimeter. Okay, so you can't grab onto the outside of the field and hang, right? So if someone thought about that, then you can't do that. You can't grab onto the outside and hang like that. Yeah, I left this word so long ago. What's going on? Oh wait, the chat is just so far behind. Okay, I realize now the chat is extremely behind right now. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so basically you kind of have to be you just have to be touching the inside. You can only be touching the inside and the tile on the inside of this area, and also this area right here, the bar. Okay. Thomas bonus. Nothing here. Thomas win point. Okay, so at least 7 blocks of the color is scored. So you have to score 7 blocks into the tubes, and then 3 different goals. At least 1 scored block of the alliance color. Okay, so you need to score 3 different goals. How many goals are there total? There's 2 middle ones, 2 side ones. There's 4. Wait, there's only 4 goals. There's only 4 goals. So yeah, you need to score in 3 of the 4 goals to get it. Show the video of the blocks flying out. Yeah, you can go back to my stream to go watch it. Neither of the robot is contacting the park zone barrier. Okay. All right. And then at least through the blocks in the alliance color has been removed from the loaders adjacent to the alliance. So you have to remove 3 blocks, score 7 blocks. And then 3 different goals. This looks like a pretty difficult autonomous win point though, to be honest. What is the 5-minute delay? Bro, I don't know. Today has just not been the best. I should have done a test live stream. That kind of sucks. Sorry about that. Okay. I got told that we're okay now. No more custom? Yeah, no more custom. Looks like the chat is still so far behind. Dr. Disrespect, thank you for the the dono. It's still so far behind. I need to check my settings real quick on my stream to just see what's going on. If it's a me issue. If my live stream is okay, there should be no delay now. Can we get are we back? Are we back and no delay? Hello? Dang. If we should be fine. No delay. Guys, if you can hear me, say yes. Yes, if you guys can hear me. There should be no delay. Sigma. I will show you the video as soon as you guys tell me if there's a delay. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think it's about 10 seconds. That's totally fine. That's totally doable. All right, let me do another announcement. No delay now. Okay. All right, let me show you guys the video from co-hosting. Okay, here. All right, so here's the clip, and you can see the robot just straight up just knocks all the balls out, just like that. Bam. So you can easily descore all of them. So if you have like a little like nub outside, or if the goal is filled and you just run into it full speed, it's gonna just go fly. This is just gonna go flying. Like, I'm honestly kind of scared for these field elements because they don't look that strong, right? These just seem like poly. I'm so sure these are gonna snap. With a lot of match play, especially like high level match play where people are just ramming each other, and like a lot of defense play, these are so gonna snap. That's gonna snap so easily. That's insane. Yeah. Audio cuts every 10 seconds. I saw the donut. Broken game. I'm concerned for the end game. Really? Broken game? What is that spam? Okay. Anyways, back down to the general. Back down to our manual. However, we are. We're not actually. Yeah, we're actually not behind anymore. Okay, we're good. All right. All this is very, just none of this is new. All this is just old stuff. Let's look at the specific game rules. No larger than 18 inches. All right, that's normal. Not contacting any blocks other than a maximum of one preload. Starting a match. Okay, so you can't start over 18, and you can only start touching one block, which is the preload, which makes sense. The audio is bad, bro. We're getting cooked. You're getting cooked. Okay, it's all good. I don't. You guys can deal with that. Not contacting any goals or loaders. All right, that makes sense too. Not contacting any other robots. Okay. Completely stationary. Contacting the barrier. That's okay. So you have to start contacting the park zone. So you can like angle your robots and stuff, but you have to start touching the park zone. So if you want to do like a rush, you can start like that, right? Audio is good. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. All right. So you can start like this, but you need to be touching the bar. So you can, I don't know, if you want to start rushing the match load stations, right? You can go here and then score, and then go here and then score, and then go here and score, and then get your win point, right? Get your attain win point. But no, that's kind of rough, right? Double extension is going to be a problem with this here. Okay, let's keep going down. Horizontal expansion is limited. Once the match begins, robot makes expand beyond, but you cannot expand beyond 22 inches, right? You can go out, but not over 22 inches. This limit refers to the horizontal distance. Okay, so just like this here, right? Same way you would measure this here, and it's just 22, so you can only extend 4 inches. Okay. Thank you for the dono, Adam, but this is not the real Adam. I am unfortunately removing this. That's not the real Adam. We're gonna be the dono, but you're gonna get muted for. Okay, vertical endgame is limited, so no part of the robot can extend beyond 22 inches. So it's 22 by 22, as someone said earlier. Bro, donated and got banned. Yo, don't you can, bro, please donate, but don't say some crazy stuff. Is it illegal to block the goals? We have not seen anything that says it's illegal yet, right? Keep blocks inside the field. Okay. Violation, major violation. Yeah. Okay, so after you accidentally or intentionally remove 3 blocks from the match, that's a major violation and will result in a DQ with any further ones. Okay. Each robot gets 1 block as preload, right? So same thing as last year. You have to put the if you want to have one team just run the whole auto, they have to have the block be placed on their teammate's side, right? I mean, I don't think you need to do that this year since you don't need your teammates to move off the starting line or anything anyways. Okay, a robot may carry, push, or plow an unlimited amount of blocks. Wow. Okay, that's pretty nice, right? So you can go ham on as many blocks as you want, and you can carry as many blocks as you want too. Don't cross the autonomous line. Don't interfere. That's all makes sense. We'll just skip all of that. You guys all know what that is. Yeah, you guys all know what this is. Match loads may be introduced during the match under certain circumstances. Okay, so drive member hand may temporarily break the field. Okay, or break the field perimeter. All right, that makes sense. Okay. Yep. Blocks may only be added to loaders during the driver control. Also makes sense. You can't match load during auto, but it'll be filled at the start anyways. Okay. Parking is useless if tubes don't lock. Tubes don't lock. Yeah, you're not allowed to pull on the outside of the field, so it's gonna be kind of hard for double park. Guys, you kind of have to grab onto your teammate for that. Match load blocks may be removed from loader by a robot and only through the bottom opening. So you can't have like a fire. You can't have like a like a pneumatic sucker from the top and just sucks all the blocks out. That'd be pretty cool though. Don't reach inside the enclosed sections of the goal. Robots are not permitted to okay, so you literally can't. So that means this is page 51, right? So you literally are not allowed to reach inside of here. You can't reach inside of here. So no little tongue mech that grabs on and just pull blocks out, right? So that's kind of cool. Can you go inside of a opposing parking zone? We have to keep looking for that. We'll get to there. Okay. Park zones are not protected during the end game. Okay. So you can go to the opponent parking zone. There you go. Answered your question just like that. Yeah. There is a horizontal expansion. It's 22 inches by 22 inches. Section through the robot. Okay. Let's look at the robot inspection. All this is very normal. All this is super usual. I'm not assuming any of this is going to be different. And there was, however, a thing about custom 3D printed license plates being, unfortunately, illegal this year, I think. Ace pays Chinese. Okay. All right, bro. Who's out here donating these things? Yo. All right, we're banning these guys. Thanks for the donation, Jacob. But unfortunately, you cannot keep your chat message. You're cooked. You gotta read the park again. Oh shoot, my bad. I might have actually missed something. Sorry. I was honestly just speeding through. My bad, guys. Oh, park zones are protected. I said it is not protected, guys. Thanks for catching that. Thanks for catching that. Okay, so park zones are protected, so you cannot directly or indirectly go mess with the park zones. Okay, thank you guys for catching that. Good work. All right, where's the poly though? The poly limits are they down here? You can still only use 88 watts, just like before. Okay. And new Vex parts are legal. I don't know. What are some of the new Vex parts? You said the prohibited items. Is there any poly change? Plastic is mega restricted. There's no way, right? If it is, then this is such a happy Mother's Day for all the Vex moms that are watching, right? That's tough out here being. All right, that's actually crazy. If poly is limited by that much. Okay, so all right, here we are. So each robot is limited to a maximum of 12 individual pieces of poly. So you could literally only have 12 pieces of poly. Literally only 12 pieces of poly. Like you can have a tiny custom poly like spacer or something, or not spacer, just like washer, and you can have 12 of them. That's it. And that's insane. That means like, wow, you have to either like not cut your poly that much and just only have a couple pieces, or you just can't use poly. You just have to use like Vex aluminum or something like that, and that's outrageous. All right, so each individual piece cannot be larger than 4 by 8. Okay, so I mean that makes sense. 4 by 8 is pretty big. Like 4 inches is by 8 is pretty. That's pretty big. That makes sense. You're not gonna need that much anyways, right? This includes non-shattering pieces using functional or non-functional decoration. So that means you literally can't have side plates, guys. You can't have side plates anymore. That's it. You can't have side plates anymore. But I mean, I guess you can if you want to connect two pieces. But that's kind of buns. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I hope they kind of change this rule, because that makes robots so clean, and this is completely cooking it. Right? Like, damn. Like, you really think? Wow. I mean, I guess that makes it a little bit more fair, but honestly, like, that's crazy. All right, we're not in the Vex U section yet. This is just. Oh, this is Vex U though. Oh wow, I'm slow. That's Vex U. All right, guys. Party's over. That's embarrassing. I wasn't looking. Bro, it's tough out here. Okay. we're gonna just go to robot skills. So I guess we skipped over the Vex V5 robot part. Did we? Oh, this is the Vex V5 one. Sorry, guys. Vex U. Look at chat. Sorry, chat's kind of behind still. Okay. This is all Vex U then. Okay, let me just go down to skills then. Yeah, you guys are baiting me. Some people were like, look at rule 25, look at rule 25. Plastic is mega restricted. And I looked and it was like I didn't think just assumed that it was VRC. Parking protection. Okay, we'll go back to parking protection real quick for a couple seconds. I think that's page 51. Around there. Yeah, right here. 51. Okay. So park zones are protected during endgame, right? Yeah, so you cannot directly or indirectly contact the other alliance park zones. So you can still defend them, but like you can't just contact their zone. What is an AOP? AOP is a seven blocks scored, and 1 in 3 of the tubes, and then takes out 3 of the preload or 3 of the loaded balls or blocks in the loading sections areas. What the marker, read the manual, says what the marker means. Where is that for the marker? We're gonna just do skills first. Okay, so all this is pretty simple. Is the skill setup much different? It doesn't look that different. It looks pretty similar. Chat is pretty whack. Page 47. Okay, I'll go to there later. Okay, so skill scoring. Oh wow, the skill scoring is okay. I don't think they've done this much in other seasons, but like the past 2 seasons, there's been a lot of scoring differences in skills. Right, you can see here, each block scored is only 1 point now. Right, so you really have to focus on clearing loaders, clearing park zones, right, and then filling up the control zones. Right, the blocks aren't going to be worth that much. Is this what the marker means? Yeah. 61. Sure. Okay, let's go to 61 real quick. What the marker means? Where? You guys are. Yeah, no, I totally think that the plastic is gonna crack. Like, the bro, their poly game elements are totally gonna crack, with how much like, bro, imagine running 100 matches or even 200 matches at a sig on those, it's so gonna crack. Like if one team just makes it their goal to ram into that like 30 times during a match, that alone is enough to crack it. Like it's so cooked. Okay. I did get baited, bro. You guys are a bunch of baiters. Go to page 61. It's not on page 61. Let's go to 32. I swear. Yeah, this is okay. That's the rules and stuff. No, it's on the top of page 47. Okay, this is the last one. If this, okay, okay, yeah, yeah, thanks. Okay, so if these are okay, so if it has a Vex U on the top left, then it's Vex U. Okay, that makes sense. All right, thanks for pointing that out. All right, so yeah, here's the points for skills, and you have to clear. Okay, so the difference for skills in tournament is there's a huge one right here where there's a bunch of blocks in the park zone. So I guess you have to drive into here and just like kind of intake all these out. Yeah, you have to just take all these out for 5 points, I think, right? 5 points, yeah. And then you have to clear the corners as well, or not the corners, the match loading stations, which are different colors. They're blue, 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 and then red, 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 and then red, 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 blue, blue. Just completely misread that. That's not the. Oh, I completely. All right. I'm actually just trolling today. Some of the rules throughout the manual are different for Vex U competition. These rules are indicated with a Vex U. Yeah, so they're different. Like the ones with the Vex U are different. Are oh wait. So all these rules are still okay. So these are all Vex 5 rules, but some of them are different for Vex U. Okay, so that means every rule on here is V5. Vex U sign means it's different from Vex U. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So yeah, so the poly is still cooked then. Where's the poly? It's 62? Where's the poly? Like here? Yeah, here. Yeah, that means poly is still cooked. Okay. Yeah. So this is Vex U is doesn't it's gonna be different rule, but for this one, it's for Vex V5 that the poly is cooked. Okay. Alright, from now on we got it. So every single one of these with Vex U means that it's different for Vex U, but this is how the rule is in V5. Page 45. It's on page 45. We gotta go back to where we were though. Don't destroy the robots. Okay. No holding them more than 5. That's still all normal. Okay. Is intended to be an offensive game. Okay. Yeah. Cool. What's poly? Like polycarbonate? Plastic? Alright, so I guess we're done with the skills as well. I mean, skills is pretty simple. There we are. Let's go to the tournament. Okay, so all that, very simple. I don't think any of this changed. Bye. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's all. It's all normal. Yeah. Tournament rules. All this should be very normal. Okay. Yeah. And here's Vex U. Okay, we can look through Vex U a little bit. Expansion rules is it's 22-inch expansion. John Queen, hi. Do you want some ref knowledge? I would love some ref knowledge. Hi John. Hi John and Mr. Queen. I would love some ref knowledge. That'd be great. Cause I'm going into this kind of blind right now, and I've made some mistakes on the manual already, and my chat was happy to point that out. Congratulations on your middle school world victory. So those are the poly rules. Yeah, for just Vex High School. I'm assuming. Yeah. Field setup. There's gonna be some modifications for the Vex U field setup. Okay, so you have all these blocks in the middle now. How's Mr. John Queen gonna give some feedback? Expansion is just one direction, or is it 22 direction every? That we have to go back up and check. That's a good point. Let's go back and check. Vertical. thanks for becoming a channel member, Mr. Queen. Diagonal of 1818 squares 25. No part. Okay, so this for vertical doesn't. But horizontal. The limit refers to the horizontal distance measured between any 2 points of the rod. So you can expand any direction. No, it's total 22. Overall height of 22. So it's total 22, and then horizontal is total length of 22. So like let's imagine like your robot starts 18, right? And you can extend both directions 2 inches, and you can end up at total 22, and that's how it works. At least if you guys want to, yeah. And then for this is 18, and you can go up 4 inches to a total of 22 as well, right? Okay, we got that. Let's move on. Let's go down a lot. V5 or Vex U. Okay, so these are different. These are also different. Everything is. I think everything is set up different here. Yeah, you have 18 plus 4. For that, is Mr. John Queen in Robotics? Can we get him to the call or something? Head ref, not a head ref. Is that his thing? Not a head ref? What about double expansion? Is there double expansion rules? Yo. I pinged uh Mr. Queen in my server, in the Robotics server. Let's see. Maybe we can join a VC and I can drag him to her channel. Okay. Field overview. Let's look at the field overview. You okay, guys? Stop spamming. 25 rule 25. Rule 25 is about the poly limit, right? You can have 12 pieces of poly no matter how large it is or how small it is. We're not like no matter how large it is, because there's a limit to the size of it. It's 20, or it's 4 times 8 times 0.07, I think. I do vex for the okay. All right, bro. This is okay, it's another troll. There's no way we got so many trolls. Oh my gosh. It's another troll. All right, we're removing this guy as well. John Queen. Is it the real John Queen? I'm not gonna take a risk on that. I don't want to get the GDC on me or something. Whatever. You're gonna get a timeout. Check rule 23 though. We'll check rule 23. Before that. SG2B. Where is SG2B? Can you give me a page number? Rule 23 is okay. All right, any commercially available nut washer standoff which fits these screws. The intent of this rule is to allow teams purchase their own commodity. Okay. Yo, where is SG2B? Plate rules. Okay. Yeah. What is going on? Okay. Let's just... What about this rule? Shoulder screws with a shoulder length no longer than 0.2 inches or diameter longer than 0.176 inches. Page 48? Okay. 48. Oh, I went up. We're down instead. Okay. SG2B. The limit refers to the horizontal distance between any 2 points of the robot, including diagonals. Okay. So doesn't that mean that if your robot looks like this from a top view, this part can't extend over 22? Right? This part can't extend over 22? 49. Yeah. That's a bit restrictive. Okay, let's look at page 40 or page 49. What are we looking at? Starting size is illegal. That's what I'm saying. Is starting size illegal? Diagonal of 1818. What do you want? Do you want to do the hypotenuse of that? Can someone do that real quick? Yeah, I don't know what they mean then. They literally say including diagonals. That's what they said themselves. Which means that if you're looking top down view, this can't be 22. Correct? Yeah. They said that themselves. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna probably remove that, but SG10, page 51. Okay, let's look at SG10, page 51. Okay. This gotta be troll. Why is there another John Queen in the chat? You guys can't just keep making accounts. Oh my gosh. John Queen, if you wanna bro, if you wanna come. Alright, bro. I'm banning this guy as well. Bro. Unreal. Okay. don't reach inside of enclosed section of goals. Robots are not permitted to directly affect the positions of the blocks within the enclosed sections of the goals, but may add or remove blocks from open sections. Okay. Thanks for pointing that out. Okay, we can go back and take a look at this again. So they're only talking about the long goal, I'm guessing. So if we look at the long goal, we can zoom in on it and we can take a look, and you can see that there's a fully enclosed section. I thought it would just any kind of mostly enclosed section, but it's this part that's fully enclosed, so you're not allowed to reach in there and grab, but you can reach into here and grab. John Lives Matter. guys, that's not the real John Queen. It's an imposter. Guys, chat. SG6 plate rules. Let's go to SG6. Where's SG6? Where's the SG1? 2. Oh, we missed it. G4. G2. Oh, no, that's S. SG1, SG8, SG6. Okay, however, horizontal and vertical expansions limit applies to all parts of the robot for the entire duration of the match. Yeah, no, that's weird. That makes me feel like you literally can't do you can't do over 15 point, was it over 15.4 for it to stay under? What is it? Bro, stop guys. Stop spamming the chat and yo. They're just spamming the chat. Guys, chat. Can we discuss? Oh yeah, also, let me know what your thoughts on this is. This was in the previous video that I just posted. This is the aligner mech on the back. Thoughts on the aligner mech? Is it meta? What do we think? I think it's pretty good. I think a lot of teams will be adopting this for sure later on. Daniel Guan with the what's going on? Mid AF? Is it mid? I think it's pretty good. Okay. That poly ain't gonna cut it is illegal, not legal. Illegal aligner mech with the new poly rules. Oh, that is true. That is true. So it would need to be like way shorter, like that maybe. Like that piece right here. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think like that. AI generated manual. That's funny. That's hilarious. Look at, oh, bro. I've been looking at all of the rules, man. We already went through the entire game manual. What do you mean? Look at. I know. I saw that. I know it's 4 times. It's 4 inches by 8. I'm just saying like, this is before, but I'm just saying for the aligner, any type of aligners. I'm siding. Yeah, that is pretty outrageous. I'm not gonna lie. That's a little crazy. Yeah. I mean, I guess all the CADs are out too. We're gonna have a speed CAD next Friday. I'm guessing. If you guys wanna lock in for that and make teams, I'll probably have the channels out soon for another speed CADing event. D-scoring instead of parking. Low-key, you're very valid on that. Because honestly, you might actually not get time to park. Because with how the scene has been so far, with how easy you can D-score. You know, let's just pull up that clip again. You can D-score so easily. With how easy you can D-score, I honestly feel like you don't want to park. Maybe that's why they have the parking so overpowered, because you can D-score that easily, right? And I don't think there's any hogging rules on like the corners. So you can like, if you want to defend, you can just park your robot right here and just stop it. But yeah, like other than that, you really can't defend these. You just hit it and all the rings just come flying out, right? And let me think about this. So you have one robot here, one robot here, one robot here, one robot here. So you have 4 spots, 4 robots. and then you can't park anymore, right? You literally can't park anymore. So yeah, R19, worst game, worst game for real. No, I don't think parking even yet. Parking is kind of like unintentionally they nerfed it as well. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but like basically like you can either do one two things, right? You can you can go and park, hit a double park with your line sprinter, right? Hope for a double park and get that 30 points, or you can just like stay and defend your corners or your pipes, right? Because like if you don't defend those and someone just whacks, just like comes over and just like pushes all the cubes out, you lose so many points. Right. Two is you just stay and defend your posts. Goal protection. I mean, I don't see one yet. Is there a goal protection? What does the aligner do? Aligner makes it easier for you to align up with the goal and scoring them. What doesn't make sense is diagonals are less than 18. Yeah, I'm a little confused because that means you need to make the robots even smaller. Even with goal protection, maybe hella DQs. Too easy to score. Okay, yeah, there's no goal protection. You just come over and you just like ram all the all the cubes out, all the blocks out. ChatGPT manual. Maybe they did use ChatGPT. Who knows? Okay, a 22-inch diagonal would entail a 15.4 times 15.4 inch robot. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Because if you think about it, that's 30 holes. That means you can literally have 30 holes by 30 holes, and that's not that big. 30 holes by 30 holes. That's like so small. Look, I know like some of the smaller robots that people have built this season is like 28 wide, around 30. And they eventually got to add. There's a hello. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I am removing them as soon as I can, but I don't have any other ad or mods in my chat. But as soon as I mean, if it gets really bad, I can shut down the chat. But yeah, I'll be keeping an eye out on that as soon as we can. But yeah, by the way, we I've been saying that a couple times. um, yeah. Luke, can you let me on, Brian? Okay, sure. Brian, join co-hosting, Brian. But yeah, please do not impersonate refs. Those are none of the one none of the people that have been speaking or that have been in the chat have been real ones except for Dave. I guess. Yeah, Brian, you can join. Assuming, yeah, I'm guessing Dave is legit. Hello, Brian. Congrats on Dome, by the way. But what are your thoughts on these rules so far? It's your senior year. You guys are gonna Brian from
I
Saratoga.
think it's a very interesting plastic rule. I'm against it personally, especially since
Yeah.
my team uses a lot of custom plastics. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of like I don't know conflicted on that rule because I feel like that would also make it a bit easier for teams who don't have access to those materials to kind of like make better robots that are more to par, right?
Well, I think if you look at it from a different perspective, right? Plastic is often very cheap. Like in China, you can get like full sheets for like $2 or $3. So in a way, it might actually reduce access to these materials, especially since Vex parts are climbing in prices.
Yeah, that is that's true. I think people have to buy a lot more. Do you think the people we start using those like five wide aluminum sheets to start cutting that into custom parts?
Yeah, I definitely think that is possible. We're looking
Like
into buying
these
them right
ones?
now,
Really?
especially with the new rules.
Like these,
Yeah,
bro? These ones?
like the
That's
super
so funny.
chunky ones.
Yeah. Like, how tall are the goals? Oh right, yeah. Let's go look at the actual game specs. It's 15. Yeah, it's 15.5, around 15. Yeah, I just don't want to take any risk with with Vex being mad at me for people impersonating head refs or people like that. So we'll be banning them on the spot if we see them. Vex is trying to make money off of us. I don't know. I mean, you can determine that yourself with how each world spot is $1,800.
Also, Luke, what do you
Yeah.
think the motive was for the 3D printed decoration ban?
Um, I honestly have no clue. Like that's, I feel like there was really zero like reason to do that because I mean, what good does that do?
Yeah, like a lot of teams who printed custom license plates this year will probably have to just retire them and just use a lot of different things like the normal license plates.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of lame. That kind of removes a little bit of personality to people's robots, right? And I don't like that very much. I mean, we'll see how the season goes though. I'm sure the season will get better though, because every season it starts out being kind of lame, and then it gets a lot better later on. Especially last
Yeah.
season, everyone like at Mall and so was so pissed off at how like overpowered some stuff was. But then as the season moved on, people were progressing with their robot builds, and as new game manual update came out, it became a lot better.
Yeah, if you look at the game manual this year, it tells you how we want the game to be played. So it's pretty interesting that they added that this year compared to last year, since in Dome we were disqualified because we didn't play the game or how they intended it exactly to be played.
Yeah,
So
can you elaborate more on that? How were you guys disqualified?
yeah, so our robot had a special tipper mechanism that we utilized in scrimmages and at Worlds. And when we were pulling a goal out of the negative, another team was clamped onto it and they didn't let go. And by transitive property, we like tipped both the goal and the robot, and ultimately it was made as a disqualification. And unfortunately, in the rematch, we were unable to win. So yeah, it kind of cost us.
Yeah, that's kind of I don't know. I feel like they should also be I don't know. Because you're tipping, you're like only grabbing on to to the goal, right? Right. It's like let's say like you grab onto to the goal with your back clamp and somehow the robot tips over. Like, and should that still be on you? I don't know. That's kind of
Yeah, it's like gray area. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that was covered on Q&A and a lot of stuff that wasn't. So I guess we'll
yeah.
see for the next season how it goes.
Okay, where are the heights? Are there heights? Like where do they say the heights? 'Cause honestly, I don't know. Switching places is gonna be annoying. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they go back on some of their rules. Some of their rules is gonna be definitely restrict a lot of like more advanced building techniques or just people trying to like make good looking robots and kind of put their own twist and uh, spin into building.
Yeah, but what's interesting is that you actually have more surface area for plastic this year compared to last year, but it's just limited to 12 parts. So
Yeah,
it's like
that means you just have to make your each
you get,
part bigger and make it count.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. So it says bottom. So one of the four. Okay. So it's 21 inches tall. That's fairly tall. That's a little bit taller than your usual robot. So, they did say the maximum height is 22 inches. So this is near maximum height of what your robot can reach, and that's size limit for parts. Yeah, it's 8 by 4 is the limit. So yeah, this is interesting. Is the four tall plastic and rubber structures. Hmm? Oh, that's right. That's loader. My bad. I'm actually slow, guys. That's loader. Okay, so the loader is a little bit higher than the robot. But where's the height of these? Length. That only has the length. Yeah, that's loader, I know. I just realized. Where is the height of these goals? Sorry, it's kind of hard to like multitask where I'm reading the chat and talking and reading the game manual for the first time. Check my post about SG2 in Robotics. Oh, is that the one about like get plastic back? I don't think they're gonna listen. I'm gonna be real. Does not go that easily. Oh, very bottom of the manual. Thanks. Thanks for pointing that out. We'll be going down to the very bottom of the manual. Here we are. Okay. Here's like the field specifications. And looking at this, we have the heights. 12.6 inches. Okay, not bad, not bad. Yeah, I just saw it. Brian, I just saw that. That's funny. I'll pull that up. So let's count this up first. So this is this is I think this is Saratoga's. Is it y'all's polymap from last year?
That's our plastic sheet. Yeah. No,
Okay, so this is their
from
polymap. Let's just count up how many parts there is, right? And let's count up how many parts we're allowed to use this year out of this. So this is their total polymap, and we can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's it. And we can't use this, 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 can't use this one, can't use this one, and this one, and this one, 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 these two, these one, this one, this one, and all the rest of these. So that's a little bit insane. Yeah. They're trying to force us to use X drive. That's horrendous. I need to, okay, my thing is good. Whatever. I'm gonna just turn off my pen tool. We're not gonna use that anymore. That's it. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna go back to the field. Please check SG2. We'll check that after we look at the goal. So okay, so its high goals are 15 inches by about 6, and the medium ones are, or no, this is, which one is this? 15. This one's okay. This is to the bottom, and this is to the middle. So what's it to the middle? It's kind of confusing. Please check GG8. But here's all the specs, right? I think if we look at the middle, it's 10, and then it's 10. It's like, that's like, what is that? It's like, that's 17. Is there one for the middle? I don't think there's one for the middle. It's, I mean, I'm just gonna guess it's like 13. This is 15. So yeah. All right. We'll look at GG8. What page is that? You guys better not be trolling me. Sorry for the, excuse me. You guys better not be trolling me. T R about skills, rules. Being in size is illegal. Bro. Yeah. GG8. Okay. Keep your robots together. Robots may not intentionally detach. It's pretty normal. Hi. Thanks for your dono. Ethan, I guess? SG2. We'll look at SG2 again. But I think we looked over that once already. SG2. Yeah, so no horizontal dimension may exceed 22 inches, but it's including diagonals, which means that they just removed the robots channel from VCAD. Seriously? Because you guys all been spamming. Were you guys all spamming it in VCAD? They removed it? Seriously? There's no way you guys are... Bro, they're censoring VCAD now? That's crazy. Insane work. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, we won't censor Robotics though. but you guys better not be posting this over and over again. What CAD software do I use? I use AutoCAD Inventor, Autodesk Inventor. Yeah, no expansion outside of 22, including diagonals, which means that I think it's if you Pythag, you get 15.4 inches is gonna be what you need. Yeah, 15-inch. So literally all your bots, all your Vex VRC bots are gonna turn into Vex U bots. Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, for the rule that says poly, I know a lot of teams don't have poly maps, and they can't just like make you take all your poly off, or just like they just kind of have to pass you and kind of just take your word, right? And I saw that who was it? Ex Machina clearly definitely was not within poly size, so it's also just easier for them to make sure everyone is within specifications. If it's just 12 pieces, they can count it up and then be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, then count it up to 12. Hero bot is out of size. Can we yo, are we serious about that? Is this hero bot actually out of size? Let's count it up. So let's count it up. That'll be funny. That's what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25. I'm assuming this doesn't go back out, so 25, that's 5 more. 30. Yeah, the hero bot's outside of size. So their hero bot is outside of size. All right, bro. I'm gonna. Oh my gosh. Hide user on channel. There we go. Okay, he's gone. It was a 30-minute. It was a 30-minute timeout. And then there we go. Okay. But yeah, that's honestly about it. If you guys have any more questions, we'll be answering more. I can answer some more questions for a couple more minutes. But that's honestly about it. Okay, good luck good luck this season, guys. I'm gonna be making videos still. We'll have a speed CAD on Friday, next Friday, which is what is that, like May 16th, I think. Yeah, I think it's May 16th. We'll have a speed CAD May 16th. Like 20-30 teams compete, and we'll have a couple speed CADs throughout the season. Make sure to pull up on this one's live stream. This one's gonna be huge. First speed CAD of the season. We're gonna be pushing the meta like crazy. So yeah. But yeah, check out the pushback design though. That one's actually probably legal, as long as you make it in size. And also keep in mind your poly limits. Should we start with a good bot or hero bot? Start with a good bot, bro. Just build something nice. Just watch the speed CAD event. There's gonna be some good designs there for sure. Notebook tips. Maybe watch watch Robotics notebook tip or something, or 5-5R1. We might release our notebook sometime. I'll need to contact my notebookers about that. What changes, if any, do you think GDC will make? I think they'll definitely make the sizing thing a change, where it's like diagonals right here, SG2. They're definitely going to change this. I just don't think this is viable where they do this. Dave, sorry about the live chat. It's about I'm stopping the stream right now anyways, so we'll be stopping the stream. Moderation. Anyways. Yep. That's can you grab onto the goals? I don't think there's a rule in that. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you can block the sides of the goals. All right. yeah. Dave from RECF. Okay. All right, bro. This guy just. Okay. That's crazy work. This guy before the stream was gonna stop. Just, bro. That's crazy. I did not disable super chat. I hope not. Maybe we can set a goal real quick and see what you guys cook up. Speed CAD. Let's see. Does it work? GG9. You can't clamp field elements. Oh yeah, you can't clamp it, but you can still like just sit there. First message. Whatever. I just didn't want to take any risk. 100 likes on the live stream, really? I have not reloaded it in a while. Yeah, we're almost there. Okay. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. That's it's pretty much all we have. You guys should donate to me if you guys have extra spare change, so I can keep posting. But that's about it. We'll have a make sure to tune in for the speed CAD though. That's gonna be fun, and also sign up. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Tape for decoration. Oh right, yeah. You can use tape now for decoration. That's cool. That was that's in R25, I think. Please check GG8 nodes. I'll check that one up. I think we'll be done. Motor limit? No motor limit. There's a big size limit. You can just rewatch. Go back in the video to watch that. GG8. Keep your robots together. You cannot. Okay. Unintentionally detach is a minor violation. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be a problem.
Luke,
That's
how
chill.
closely do you think they're gonna monitor the R25 next year? Like, if your plastic snaps mid-comp and you don't have backups, are you gonna be DQ'd?
What do you mean? If your plastic stabs, make comp.
Two sides, but it snaps in the middle and it becomes two
Becomes
plastic
two?
parts.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. But also, I feel like teams should try to stay away from 12. You probably just 11 or 10 should be fine. But yeah. Oh no! I said like no motor change. No change to motor limit. Not not no motor limit. No change. 88 watts. Expansion. It's confusing. I don't think they specified it fully right, but from what we read, it's you can only have 15-inch robots. But yeah, that's it. Whew, thanks for watching. Stressful stream. Good recovery. Yeah, some interesting rules for sure. All right, thanks for watching.